Okay, so I've been interested in American political situations since at least the death of bin Laden, and even during the Obama administration, when all I got my news from Jon Stewart and Stephen Colbert, I never once watched MSNBC. And now they're going to say that I, as a Bernie supporter, am sexist because I don't support Elizabeth Warren.
There's a ceiling. There is nowhere to go, but there is no up to go. And all of those support, I actually overheard someone saying that I thought was an interesting point, that basically at this point, if you are still supporting Sanders as opposed to Warren, it's kind of showing your sexism because she has more detailed plans and her plans have evolved. I thought it was an interesting point, and I think there may be something to it.
Yeah, I agree with all that.
It's a good answer.
That was absolute vomit. And you know what? We've heard this before. If you support the old white man Bernie Sanders over the female candidate, you're a sexist. Except rewind the clock 3 years. And instead of Elizabeth Warren, it was Hillary Clinton. They said the same old shit. If you support Bernie over Hillary, you're a sexist. Even Bill Clinton did that. And I'm like, come on, Bill. Mr. President, how dare you? You're supposed to be above that crap. And, you're sexism. So you're accusing thousands and if not millions of women who support Bernie as sexist? Because I've met women who support Bernie. And I know she only said it 3 years ago, but to Gloria Steinem's 2016 comment that, women who support Bernie only doing it just to meet men. No, there are plenty of women who do it who support Bernie. There are plenty of lesbians. I've met one who support Bernie Sanders. So your argument falls to shit, all of you. And to her plans have evolved. That's translation for her. She modifies her policies to placate the establishment, who are worried that she'll be too centrist. I mean, too progressive. She's becoming too centrist. Look, I respect Warren. She's a very good woman. She's done a lot of good. I can't remember what it was, but like she made this agency where people got their money back. And so yeah, that's a notch in her pros. But she's also got one foot in the establishment. She voted for, among the many things I'll mention two, she voted for Ben Carson. She approved Ben Carson for Trump's cabinet position. And also she approved Donald Trump's military budget increase. The military budget, which last time I checked before then was at least $600 billion, because Trump himself said that military might is more important than jobs. Because, looking like we have a bigger dick than everyone else is more important than actually giving people jobs that help them put food on the table. And look, if Bernie wasn't in the race, I would support her over Joe Biden. Yes, it's sort of like Joe Biden is the worst. Elizabeth Warren is like in the middle, and Bernie Sanders is like the best. But why should I have to deal with this person who I have more than one con against, than against Bernie, who I really disagree with only one policy? That's it, and that's reparations, and he didn't say that was a priority. That's it. Although he's saying that convicted felons, like people who are in prison right now, I mean, I could take that or leave it, as in, we can leave that to his last year in office, 2028. But point is, this is Emily Tish Sussman, by the way, the daughter of billionaire Donald Sussman. And when I say billionaire, I'm talking able to buy a $300 million yacht. And when he dies, Emily is going to inherit $1.1 billion. Yeah. Although I don't understand why she's agreeing with the whole thing, because Elizabeth Warren, although to a lesser degree, she wants to tax the rich as well. But I guess she's going with the gender and also the fact that she's taxing them at a lesser rate. Because, Why didn't she just go with Joe Biden then? Because, he doesn't want to tax the rich because he's too centrist, too corporatist. He literally said nothing's going to fundamentally change. To which he lost me when he said that. I've never watched MSNBC. I've watched like 5 minutes of a Rachel Maddow segment, and I was bored out of my mind. It was about the Mueller report before the report came out, but I was like, just why am I watching this? And MSNBC proves again that they're crap. You're always going to see attacks on Bernie every day because you can't go a day without someone smearing Bernie Sanders as a socialist, a communist, a radical, just a nut man. The doc from Back to the Future. But this is an attack, and I can't respond to every single Bernie attack because I'd be here all day, every day, 24/7, and I wouldn't be able to go to work. And I don't have Amazon. I'm not monetized, and I don't have Patreon. No one's gonna donate money to me like they do Kyle Kalinske or whoever. I I need to make money, so I have to go to work. But this is an attack on me specifically as a Bernie supporter, and I've heard a lot. And you heard the whole Kathy Griffin saying that Bernie supporters just like Trump supporters. And I was pissed at that, but Kathy Griffin is not worth my time. She after the whole head thing, she's just not funny, and she bitched at the fact that people was like, oh, people didn't like what I did. Oh, I'm so oppressed. Oh, I had to face consequences. But and this is typical MSNBC. They are the similar to how Fox News is the mouthpiece for the Republican Party. MSNBC is the mouthpiece for the corporate centrist wing of the Democratic Party. They're pro corporate, pro centrist. Just make some tweaks around the edges, but don't change anything fundamentally. Don't do what they got in Canada or Denmark or whatever. Just make a few tweak changes. Just like give people more scraps than Republicans would. Oh, and no bigotry. Just as like no hatred based on something they can't change. But other than that, don't do anything. MSNBC is garbage, and this rich asshole, this rich bitch, is telling me that I'm sexist because I support a man who has done so much for his country, who has defended gay people since the 90s, back when that was unpopular, who got me a $15 an hour wage increase. Warren didn't do that. Sanders did. I know Warren has done good, including the whole getting people their money back. And that's good. I'm not denying that. But Sanders has been doing this for a lot longer, and he is willing to fix his country at a rate that Warren isn't willing to do. She wants to cancel some student loan debt. Bernie Sanders wants to cancel all student loan debt. He wants to reduce the military budget to a reasonable rate. She voted to increase it. Not saying that Elizabeth Warren is a horrible person. She's not. If Tulsi Gabbard drops out, I would be happy to have Elizabeth Warren as vice president. Although I am still leaning on Tulsi, even though I've had some really moments at her, including the whole Hindu thing and her comments on impeachment. Too divisive. Are you kidding me? But this is crap. This is typical, Bernie. Anyone but Bernie. I'm really getting sick and tired of the establishment media always saying anyone but Bernie. We gotta beat Trump. Well, then why don't we go with Bernie? But we can't use him. And to those who still pining for Biden, he's dropping out. He's going to drop out. Maybe not within the year, but by the end of the primary, he's going to drop out. Every time he opens his mouth, he gaffes, he flusters. And Elizabeth Warren, she really dodged that question about her military budget increase vote when Emma Vigeland. I've got some disagreements with Vigeland. She sometimes has SJW tendencies. Like I actually heard her say that. But anyway, never mind. But she really dodged the question. Look, I'm not saying that Bernie is just perfect. I'm not saying he's the second coming of Jesus Christ that Bernie doesn't believe in because he's Jewish. I'm not saying he is, but he's the best we have. We have Bernie Sanders. He's the best we got. He's the best I've ever seen. I never felt inspiration from Obama. I just felt he'll make the situation not worse. Bernie Sanders, I know, is going to make the situation better. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck you, MSNBC. Fuck you. You're just like Fox News. You're same sellouts. Screw you.
May the force be with you.